Hey guys, Kev here, and I have a special one for you. This is my Holt Haptic. I just got this in today. I'm pretty excited about it. This is in S90V steel. Show you that right there, S90V. And sea breeze pattern, that's that kind of like swoopy micro milling or whatever. See, there's some micro milling on the scale or on the clip as well. Very well done. And I want to take this apart because obviously I do disassemblies, and also because this centering looks, you guys know me, the slightest bit off to the clip side. I don't know if you can see that. I think if you look at the tippy tip, like the absolute end of the tip, I think it is right at the center line. And that, but the tip itself, like the thicker part of the tip, seems off to the side. I don't know, it's been bugging me. I mean, it is like $1,000 knife, so I kind of want it to be perfect. But I think it is, and I'm just being a total tool. So I'm trying to get the lighting perfect here so I'm not blocking it too much. Let me grab this one. Just give me 1 sec. Ugh. Alright. Sorry. Little backup light for us in case I block some. Anyway, sorry about that. So, yeah. So the Holt Haptic, gonna take her apart. Got my LaCroix here. Got my new mat. You know how it goes. We balling out. All right, so I do know we need a T10, which I believe I have. Nope, don't have here. T8. All right, what is this one? T6? I definitely don't need a T6. All right, I must have put it in here. T15, Jesus, come on. T9. What the fudge nugget? There it is, T10. Oh, don't fall. Got him. All right. Well, then I'll take one of these T8s, right? Drop that in here, too. I'm guessing I'm not going to be doing any kind of like bearing swap or anything on this guy, but we'll see. Oh, damn, I hit that button again. Hang on. All right, sorry about that. I hit the focus button or something, which causes the whole world to go to shit, apparently. So, guys, this is an expensive knife I'm taking apart, so I'm a little worried about that, of course. See, there's no Loctite, looks like. There's some blue shit. I don't know what that is. Their version of it. All right, so pivot, show side over here. We talked about this, right? You can't see it, but whatever. Here, I'll put it here. Now you can. Then we have these screws. These are not T10s. These are T8s. These are also on the show side. Put that over there. I believe the clip is going to fall off when I do this. Oh, no, I'm thinking of a different knife. I'm sorry. All right, these are the same, so they can stay over there together. All right, that is... Oh, okay. So, has anybody ever swapped bearings on a Holt Haptic, I wonder? Because, to be honest... These look like steel-caged steel bearings. They honestly look like shitty bearings, which is interesting. But obviously, I don't know anybody who would go swapping bearings on this thing. Okay, I cannot open the blade for some reason. Trying to be careful here. Do I need to push the pivot out? That was weird. This lock bar has a lot of pressure on it, which is good. You'll see here, it's a little gunky. Nothing crazy. You have your internal kind of stop pin there. Looks pretty straightforward. Again, let's do this. So, show side came up first, so this bearing will go over there. I want to be really careful with this knife. I may try to put some skips in it because I'm a maniac. But look at the milling lines in here. And all of it. Holt Haptic 416. That's cool. There's your back spacer, which is really cool as well. I'm not going to start taking all this stuff off. The clip is in there pretty good with this screw. Your liner's in here with this. It does have an adjustable detent system. Comes with this little Allen key type deal. You can turn that to make the detent lighter or stronger, which is cool. I wonder how that works exactly. I don't know what it changes. Somehow changes the pressure of this, or I don't know. Really interesting. I'm gonna get some alcohol here. I'm gonna get these gun cleaning cloths, but I'm gonna double it up to try to make sure I don't leave a bunch of like debris and shit from them all over the place. And I'm also gonna try out these new KPL microfiber thingy-mabobbers. Of course, I always use KPL, guys. I don't need to keep saying this, but check them out. Link in the description. There's a code. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. So, yeah. Also, Gillian bearings. I think these would fit, to be honest, and I'm going to try it. I am a maniac. You know that, so we'll give it a shot. I don't see why these would be better steel on steel. Obviously, Holt knows what they're doing, so I'm not going to go crazy cranking anything. You know, it runs on the steel. It doesn't really, or on the titanium. I guess this is a steel insert here and there. Yeah, they have steel insert, which is smart. Oh, this moves around. Look, there's a little washer in here. Should get that out and clean it. I wonder what's holding it on. Sorry, guys. I'm like really researching this one because I'm being careful. So you'll see this side has no markings and this side does, where the bearing was running on it. So that's how we know which way to turn that. That was from the show side. Yep. This side does not have one of those. It's kind of built into this liner here. So that's kind of cool. The milling in here is interesting. It's not like super mill. Well, it is pretty milled out. You'll see this pattern in here. I mean, that's crazy. Really, really cool. There's milling throughout, like everywhere. Let me just get some alcohol. Before I do that, let me EDCI the blade. Again, this is S90V, so we're talking about a lot of edge retention on this guy, which to me makes perfect sense on a Holt haptic, right? Because you're talking about a knife that people aren't gonna like hard use this. So even if it's not the strongest, you know, blade steel or the most corrosion resistant, having that edge retention, I think, makes a lot of sense. So I totally get it there. Sorry. Drop the EDCI. What would it be without me dropping some shit, right? So again, it's very clean in here. This was brand new. I was told it was like new in box, aka brand new in box. It was a buddy. He bought it. He had a couple, I think. And yeah, so he flicked it a couple times, blah, blah, blah. I trust him. Yeah, very clean in here, so that's good. Always a good thing. Let me rub in this EDCI here on the blade. So far, I've really enjoyed this stuff. Really big thank you to Brad, mild-mannered EDC, for sending that my way. Okay, so there are pockets. There is a pocket on this side of the blade, which is interesting. And not a pocket on the other side for the bearing. That's kind of weird, right? Got a little bit of grime out of there. I wonder why. Huh. I mean, they've designed this thing. I mean, this thing is very well designed, machine, engineered is the word I'm looking for, you idiot. Yeah. Just cool. Very well done. Don't really have anything to use this microfiber thing on. Maybe get inside the pivot a little bit. See what we find. Yeah, there's some grime on there. This is just a cool tool, I think, in general, to get into places like right here, like just around these areas to keep them clean and, yeah, keep that gunk from building up everywhere. I just like the idea of it'll go into like a screw hole type deal here. Clean that. I mean, anything you can clean on a $1,000 knife, you might as well, right? I'll stop saying that out loud because my wife has hawk ears. Let me just see if I can get it clean with a little alcohol. They are supposed to be reusable, so I'll let that kind of dry off over here. All right. Okay. Let's just see if these bearings fit. This is kind of stupid, I think, but whatever. I am kind of stupid, I think, so there you go. Does it fit in this pocket is my first question. Yes, and it spins. That is good news, guys. Is it as thick as this? Because they do make thicker ones. So they look to be a little thinner. See that? So that could come into play here. So we shall see. I'm gonna approach this as if it's gonna work. So that's my plan. Okay. Right off the bat, I just put way too much KPL in. Don't want to over KPL this knife. I also don't want to under KPL this knife, so there's that. Alright, that should be good. Drop that in. Put a little on here. Okay, we got that. Now, this is your detent ball track right here. So that notch thing right there is your detent ball. It's however their system is. I don't know if they use the Hoback system. For some reason I've heard somebody uses it anyway. I'm not sure who it is. I need the heavy for this. And again, I'm just going to put a little droppy drop on there. That's all I'm going to do. I'm not even going to put any on the track this time. I wiped that off just to be safe. So this goes down on here. Am I missing any pins or anything weird? I don't see anything. Put a little KPL here. Oh, I can't wait for the Holt Facebook group to get a hold of this. I get roasted again. All right, here we go. Gonna get this guy back in. Don't want to be an idiot now, do you? You don't want your knife running on. I'm gonna lay it on actually, so let's do this. Okay. Get the right side with the markings. It's still very faint, but I can see it. And then spin it around and lay it on. Okay. It's not like sinking on, and I wonder if that's because of that difference in the thickness. Know what I'm saying? but it does sort of fit on. So let's just try this. This could be a quick experiment, and we'll be back to those other bearings. Yeah, I think that's what it is, because watch. Sorry. Nah, it's the same kind of deal there, so I don't know what's going on here. Ah, he kind of sits and tucks in there, I wonder. But then he falls out, right? Yeah. So am I supposed to build it from that side? But that doesn't make sense. You can hear my kid. Sorry, my kid woke up, and obviously being a parent comes first. I could not... Yeah, getting that on was like incredibly hard, and I'm still not sure it's in there. Could just be the tolerances are that tight. Okay. Seems to be going in fine. So yeah, I think I got it. I don't know if it would have worked with the bearings. I'm not really messing with that right now. So let me just see if I can get this back together. It's not dropping at all, so I don't know if it's too tight. Okay. Interesting. Let me zoom out. Centering's off. I was under the assumption that Holts were that good, right? That you could tighten the pivot and it would drop shut. But just like any other knife, it's susceptible to not being perfect, apparently. So that kind of sucks. You'll see the centering is... Oh, man, it's so close. It really is so close. Let me just... Damn freaking lighting, dude. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to get this to show you. There. See how it just looks a little off to the clip side? I mean, it's dropping shut. It's hard to complain with that, but it's not doing it the way it was before. And then I had to tighten or loosen the pivot a little. No play. Still not quite dropping the way I had it. All right, those weren't exactly tight, so centering is, yeah, the way it was when I started. No play. There it is. So, I mean, it's really good, guys. Like, I can't argue the action on this. Can I argue the centering is not perfect? I think I can argue it. I think I can argue it's almost not perfect. Damn, it looks close, though. So, I just need to stop thinking about it and move on with my life. Because it's going to drive me nuts. There's no blade play, and it does this, guys. I mean, action's phenomenal. Yeah, it's a really good knife, guys. And if we're talking about the actual, like, knife for a second instead of the action and all that shit that I always harp on, look at this thing. It's a stunner. I mean, the full tie build, yeah, I'd love to have a little hardware, little pop of color on my hardware. But this blade is exceptional. That Warney, it has this, what I believe is a hollow grind. It's very, very sharp. Comes down to a good thin edge. I mean, you saw the machining in there. Just incredible. If a dope like me was able to get it taken apart and back together, you know, it's got to be pretty impressive. Yeah, so I'm really liking this knife. I'm going to stop thinking about the center. I mean, look at that. It's so close. It might even be dead nuts. So, my kid's calling me again, guys. I absolutely am loving this. I hope it's a keeper. I really do. Hope I don't get bored or anything. But yeah, that has been the disassembly and first impressions of the Holt Haptic. I love you guys. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will catch you later.